Go.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another edition of Cabin Crafts, and today we're going to talk about chalkware. What in the world is chalkware? Well, I'm about to tell you. So this is a Santa, he's not a Santa, he's a belsnickel and a German Father Christmas, and he is made from plaster of Paris poured into an antique chocolate mold. So I painted this guy, and as you can see, he's got mica flakes, accents where I wanted to make snow. So this is a German Father Christmas called a belsnickel, and it's a specific German dialect. I'm not sure which region of Germany it comes from, but belsnickel means Nicholas in furs, or Nicholas in pelts, peltsnickel. So it's meaning he's wearing fur. So it's St. Nicholas in fur, which basically is what their Father Christmas is. They don't do Santa Claus like we do in America. They do Father Christmas. So that's what he is. So he is reaching into his bag to pull out some goodies. He sometimes is followed by a very evil creature called Krampus, who carries switches. And if your children were bad, they would get a switching from Krampus. Or in another section of Germany, he might be followed by a character called Black Peter, who does the same thing. He spanks bad kids. So where I live in Perry County, Missouri, it's a very, very German area. The old people still speak German in that area. And one of the ladies down there told me that she can remember when she was a little girl that one of the men in the community would dress up as belsnickel. And she called him belsnickel. And he had both switches and treats, and he would go door to door on St. Nicholas Day and deliver either switching or a treat. And I guess that would make you behave yourself if you knew you were going to be getting a switching. So she said, I never knew of anyone that got switched. So that's good. Kids today could take a lesson, I think. So anyway, he has been antiqued. I put an antiquing glaze on, and of course his mica flakes. And to make these, you do need some artistic ability. This is not one of those quickie crafts that I like to try to do with y'all, but this one's a little bit more involved. And so I've got a few samples of some of the other ones that I've made. Here's another one. Here's an American Santa Claus that I've made, and you can see he's got snowy glitter all around him. And then here's a little snowman. Isn't he cute? With snowy glitter. They just really sparkle in the light. I love it. So I'm going to put these out of the way for a moment. And these are some of the molds I have. Like this is a bunny rabbit. Here's one of those belsnickels. A turkey. And a big American Christmas. Santa Claus, I mean. So you can see they're hollow inside, and they've got clips. And so what you would do is you would mix up plaster of Paris and water and pour it in there, get all the air bubbles out, and then you would unmold it when it's dry. And then you have a figure to paint, a figurine to paint. And chalkware actually goes back pretty early in America. It goes back to probably about 1800. And I think one of the very first chalkware pieces that I've seen that's about that old was a calico cat. Someone had a calico cat figurine. There were also chalkware figures of George Washington on his horse. That one was very popular because during the federal period, you know, everybody was in love with the new government, with new America, with our system. We are a republic. So they were really into what they called the federal period, and Washington was our very first president. So of course, he was a national hero, both because of the Revolutionary War and as the father of our country and first president. So chalkware figures of George Washington, of eagles, anything that represented the new country and the new government was very, very popular. And that would have been around 1800 that came into being. Now, my mother, who was born during the Depression, can remember going to carnivals when she was a little girl and getting chalkware Cupid dolls with a little crepe paper ruffle around their middle, like a little skirt, like a little tutu. And so chalkware has been around for a long, long time, and it still gets used today. But the lady that made this form of chalkware popular now, her name is Judy Valencourt, and she had antique chocolate molds. Mine are mostly reproductions, but she had antique chocolate molds from Germany, and she made the first Chalkware Santa figurines or Belsnickel figurines, and they're like $300 now. So she's very, very prolific. She's a wonderful artist. Her things are beautiful. So look up Judy Valencourt. You can see some of her modern pieces of chalkware. Colonial Williamsburg sells an annual piece of her chalkware every year. So that's kind of the history of chalkware. So I was like, well, how can my friends out there who don't have molds, how could they maybe make a small chalkware piece for themselves? And so I was in Hobby Lobby the other day, and I saw this little kit. It says plaster kit, which is exactly what this is. It's just plaster. And there was 6 little figures in here. The original price was $6.99, but it was on sale for 50% off. So for $3.50, I got 6 little mini figure plastic figurines. Boy, that came out wrong. Anyway, and it even came with a set of paints and a brush. Now, I already have my own paints and brushes that I like to work with, but just to show you how cute these turned out, I painted them all up ahead of time because I figured you wouldn't want to watch me just sit and paint and watch paint dry. So here's a little Christmas tree. How cute is that? And then here was a little snowman. Isn't he cute? And I accented the top of his hat in places where I thought there would be snow with glitter. Here's a little Santa Claus. He's got a little snow on him. And then we've got this penguin. Isn't he cute? And you can see I highlighted different places with different colored glitters. Here's a little gingerbread guy. Isn't he cute? And then the last one I saved just to show you an example of what you can do. This was a little elf, and I already put a little bit of glitter. You can see I glittered their little cheeks and stuff. These are just cute little guys. And so again, I've got my handy dandy glue, and you can just use regular white glue. And I've got all kinds of different colors of this really fine, this is that really fine glass glitter. There's some red and some beautiful green. Here's that pink quartz that I put on their cheeks. And like on the Christmas tree, I colored all the different little circles that was on there in different colored paints and glitter. So I'm just going to paint like the top of his little hat here, his little ball on his hat. I'm going to put some glue on that. And I think I'm going to go all around his collar. I probably should put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. So this was all just painted with regular craft paints. And then I got a paper plate here because you want to save your glitter. I always pour it back in. So I've got, I've got a little bit of this really fine white glass glitter. And you can see I'm just pouring it all over him. And then give him a tap and a blow. And here's our little elf guy, all glittered up. So all of these was in this cute little kit that was basically $3.50. And then the other day I looked on the website, and now this set's like $2 and something. So really, really reasonable craft. And you can see I'm going to save my glitter. Waste not, want not. So there is my Chalkware episode. Let me know what y'all think. I think that these are a lot of fun. But like I said, you do need a little bit of artistic ability to be able to paint the little tiny details. But like the Christmas tree one was really easy. That's just green paint with all sorts of different blobs of color that I put on there with the glitter. Getting the details on their little faces and stuff, that's a little bit more involved. But if you don't have these, and you don't want to start out with this, you can't go wrong with like something under $3 to just try your hand at, see if you like it. Then if you find that you really do like to do this, you can order the molds on eBay, or you can get reproduction molds from places. So just search online chocolate molds, metal chocolate molds. Sometimes they come in silicone too, and you could use those. I have a couple of silicone molds at home, but just experiment with it and play with it. I mean, plaster of Paris is really, really cheap, inexpensive. Craft paints are about $1 a little tube. And paint brushes, a little bit of glitter, the glass glitter. There was like a whole set of these glass glitters in Walmart that was around $5. So it really actually is an inexpensive craft to try to do. So if you want to try your hand at it, you could get these little guys at Hobby Lobby and make some actual Chalkware figures, because these are Chalkware. They're plaster of Paris. So that's our Chalkware edition of Cabin Crafts. Thank you everybody for watching.